Good. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Streaming a little bit later tonight. Got a quick flight from Marquette, Michigan down to Pellston, Michigan. Marquette is located in the about central western Upper Peninsula, Michigan, down to Pellston, which is the northernmost airport in Michigan, just by a little bit. Alright, so we will get the aircraft going and get up in the air as quickly as we can. Start off with our left fuel tank. Pre-flight was already done. We're going to turn on our beacon. Turn our fuel pump to low. Check our fuel pressure. That is good. There we go. Turn that menu off. Bring our prop forward. That was interesting. Alright, so come over here. We do have some data that we can take a look at here. Got our fuel flow. Alright, so we got about 3% of spark plug fouling. So we'll go ahead and lean the aircraft a little bit, as well as increase our RPMs to about 1,000. That should help with that. Alright, let's get our GPS programmed while we let everything heat up. So again, we're going to Pellston, which is going to be KPLN. If I can keep it on the right dial. And then once we depart Marquette, we are going to be going across ISQVOR. Schoolcraft County. Accept. Disappear. Turn on our landing light. As you can tell by our banner up top, we are still flying offline, just because we are in an airport that does have a control tower, but nah, I don't think it's really used or manned by VATSIM, which would be the servicing air traffic control for this area. Come up here to taxiway Echo, make our left turn, and then head on down to runway 01. We'll depart to the north direction. Should take us up towards Lake Superior. Then we'll start our turn down to Schoolcraft VOR. And again, if you are just joining us and you haven't watched our previous video for day 2, this is my second day with the Arrow. So far, enjoying it greatly. It was created by Just Flight. So far, she's been a real solid aircraft. It's you got to watch out for her though. It's really easy to get a let's see, what is that? It's over BST, over blast, I believe it is. Getting that to light up. It's, like, as soon as you go to full throttle, but this thing takes off and climbs very, very well. This is the Piper Arrow Turbo, and again, real solid aircraft here. And even though we don't have air traffic control, we will turn on our transponder because it's the right thing to do. We are coming up to the runway, so let's go. Strobes on, our landing light is on. We'll keep our fuel pumps on. And come up to there. Say that tower has given us clearance for takeoff.
Runway 01, 12,200 feet remaining.
Advance our power. Once again, just going to give a quick glance at our fuel pressure, oil temp, oil pressure. We are doing a flaps up departure. Just with the length of the runway that we have, we don't need flaps at all. Alright, we already passed 60 knots, coming up to 70 knots. Go ahead and rotate. And we'll go gear up. Even though we've got plenty of suitable runway in case something happened and we had to put her down. But having the gear up will help us because we're not anticipating any type of casualties. And as the mission was for the first day 1 and day 2, just checking out the ortho scenery that we got. Previous flights had us depart Canton, Michigan, up to Alpena, Michigan. That was in the Cessna Skyhawk with the G1000. Day 2, or actually, also with day 1, we jumped on the Baron, took the Baron from Alpena to Sheboygan, Michigan. Day 2, departed Sheboygan up to Sault Ste. Marie, then over to Marquette, and now departing Marquette on down to Pellston. We do have Lake Superior off of our nose. We're going to go ahead and now turn to a right crosswind. Again, this plane climbs very quickly, which is very nice. Alright, so we're going to come down here. We're going to rotate our autopilot to nav, turn our autopilot on, and heading select on. Come over here to our GPS and we'll go direct to Schoolcraft. And the plane starts its turn. We're going to be going up to about 6,000 feet. Or, I'm sorry, 5,500 feet. So we've got just about 1,000 feet more to go. So this kind of slow our rate of climb just so we don't blow past it. Let our airplane advance up to speed, then we'll pull the RPMs back to 2,400. Altitude, hold on. Altitude, hold. Altitude, hold. Yeah, she doesn't want to follow that. So I'm using the SciTech Pro flight yoke system without the force feedback. It can get a little difficult getting the trim in. Alright, so we'll call that good. Except we're going to pull back to 2,400 on the RPM and right. And we're going to shoot for about 75% on the throttle. Go. Alright, so you can tell we're just a little high. And since we got the airplane trimmed up, I'm just going to push the yoke in just a tad. Just to kind of drop us back down to 5,500 feet. And she does not want to go. And in case if anybody is wondering what the route is, go ahead and put it there in the chat. With help from Project Flybot. Set altitude 5,500. with this being my fourth full stream, I believe, greatly enjoying it. Greatly, enjoying the conversation that I've had with a couple of people who joined me on stream number 2. Appreciate everybody who followed and who keeps coming back and helping me improve and helping keeping it entertaining for all of us. I do have some work stuff coming up next week, so I won't be around next week, which is the week of February 4th. But I will be returning the week after that, and hopefully get a little bit back on track with the streams. Do apologize for not streaming on Wednesday. I tried to push it to yesterday, but still wasn't able to make it. So do apologize for not being here. Had some personal stuff come up. Alright, so we are up at cruise. Let's go ahead and turn our fuel pump off. We can turn our landing light off as well. Keep our strobe lights on. And then let's take a look at the exterior of the aircraft. Just Flight did an outstanding job with this airplane. As I was mentioning on Monday's stream, that I did probably about 90% of my private pilot license in the Piper Warrior 2, and just the similarities between the Arrow and the Warrior are, it's almost identical, with the exception of the constant speed propeller, retractable landing gear. This is a turbo. The panel is pretty much the same, so it's modeled just remarkably, to the point where I would not actually mind owning a Piper Arrow or the turbo in real life. Top back in the cockpit. Gonna take a little tour of the panel. As we zoom in, all these little grooves. You got the wear marks on the altimeter. It's the quality of detail with the GPS and then just the whole panel. So very, very well done on Just Flight's part. We got our air vent right there. Our flap lever. Fire extinguisher. Let me reset the view here. We'll jump in the back seat. Even the sound, you know, as you look outside of the left wing here, you're getting all the noise from the engine out of your right ear. And then if you come and look at the left, you get out the left. Very, very well done. And pop up front here. Overall impressed. If you're looking for good general aviation outside of the for general aviation wise, I would say this plane and the Cessna 172 are probably my two favorite for general aviation. So I would strongly recommend the Just Flight Piper Aero Turbo. You get this version, and then you also get the believe this is the 3, and then I also believe you get the 4 with the package, and the 4 is has a T-tail, which is kind of cool. Haven't flown that one yet, but probably will soon. So currently making 156 knots over the ground. Puts us in Pellston in about 38 minutes. Again, our route has us going to the Schoolcraft VOR over Lake Michigan to the Pellston VOR, and then we're making pretty much a straight-in approach to runway 23 into Pellston. Alright, currently about 15 miles out from the Schoolcraft VOR. Once we cross that, we'll have a slight course change. To from a 125 to a 113 magnetic. 33 minutes remaining in flight. Now would be a good time to grab a drink. Thankfully we're not flying to Mackinac Island, but we'll have to take a look at that scenery and fix it. Or we'll just disable it. have to get some music imported in here. So if you're just joining us, currently crossed over the Schoolcraft, Michigan VOR. Made a slight left turn, heading direct towards the Pelston VOR. So 27 minutes left in the flight. Student of the flyby. This ortho scenery for Michigan that I got is just incredible. Really helps with, flying with the visual flight rules. Almost to the point where you can look at a sectional, look down, and be like, "Yep, that's exactly where I'm at." Deepak222, you are my latest follower. Don't think we were on the stream when you followed, but do want to thank you for clicking that follow button. For everybody else, if you'd like to follow, please do. By you following me and coming back and chatting with me, you're really helping me improve as a streamer. And as you can see down, I've got the February follow goal of 30 people. It'd be really cool to hit that by the end of the month. Might be a little bit hard because I'm gone for a week, back for 2 weeks, then gone for 2 weeks. So we might extend that out to March. But by following me, you're helping me. You'll get notifications of when I come online to stream. I'm always available, to chat, whether it's on here or on my Discord. Discord's pretty empty right now, but I'm hoping to at least get some pictures and stuff from the trip I'm about to go on. Get some pictures on there. YouTube's also pretty blank. Finally got in touch with a different flight school, so once they get me on their schedule, we'll be making some real-world aviation videos. So the islands that we're coming up to off the nose is Beaver Island. Got 2 airports on Beaver Island. Never been there personally, but here's a pretty cool spot to go hang out at. Walk around. And we are currently 49 miles. Correction, 44 miles from the VOR. So we should be there in about 16 minutes. No, actually, I'm sorry. I did not program Pellston into our flight plan, which is alright. I programmed the airport, just not the VOR. So, what we'll do is we'll actually head straight towards Pellston, because the VOR is not on the field. It's actually just east of the field. So we'll fly straight to Pellston, set up for our landing, and touch down. Plan for probably the next couple flights is we'll fly down to Traverse City. From Traverse City, probably follow the west coast of Michigan down to... Probably hit up a couple airports in between, but probably go to Muskegon or kind of turn west and head to Grand Rapids, and then do a flight from Grand Rapids back to either Canton, or we might just fly up to Howell. I've done a lot of flights in the real world out of Howell, and really like that airport a lot. And then once that's done, that should wrap up the Michigan Ortho Tour. And looking at doing another state as well after Michigan's done. So if you have any suggestions on what state that you'd like to fly through next, please let me know. Either pop it here on the chat, I'll get a notification even if it's after the video, or you can post it on the Discord. Either way will work. So let me know your thoughts on where you'd like to fly. And for you YouTubers who are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching it on YouTube. Come check us out live, twitch.tv/JTKer. But leave a comment down in the comments. And as a friendly reminder, if you have any suggestions on how to make the stream better, what you would like to see, please let me know. I know with the flight simulation world, there's a lot of people who fly airliners, a lot of people who fly general aviation. If you want to mix of both, please let me know. That's what my current plan is. Probably keep it a little bit more on the general aviation side, and then we'll do some commercial flights here and there. Groxo, hello, how are you? Doing pretty good. Got a little bit of a later start than I'd like, so, but yeah, been doing good. Had a good couple of days. Currently 12 minutes up from our destination. Yes, this is X-Plane 11. So have you had a chance to get on FS Economy this week? Since we last talked on Monday, I believe it was? Ah, yes. That's good. That's good. What do you think about the update to the plugin? good flights. That's cool. That's cool. The last 2 days I was ferrying aircraft from Panama over to the Netherlands. So that was a very long flight. Oh yes. Good to have. Nice to have working keys. Oh yeah. Nice. I didn't even realize that that was possible without using the mouse. 'Cause I've got times where like I'll scroll and either I'm scrolling too fast or it skips it and then I've got to go back. So using the keys would definitely make it a lot quicker.
Destination ASOS is 119.025.
Whoa, 15.8 miles from our destination airport. I'm gonna pull down our power a little bit and start our descent. This is the Just Flight Piper Turbo Aero 3. It comes in a package, so you get the Turbo 3 and the Turbo 4. And I think the only difference between both of them is the 4 has the elevator on top, so it's a T. For some reason my altitude hold won't come off, so give me 1 second. Altitude hold off. There we go. Alright, pull back our power. I do have the runway in sight, so we're just going to turn off the autopilot altogether. And our spark plug is starting to foul, which is alright. So, increase our power, helps take care of the spark plug fouling. We'll also do a little better job of leading out the aircraft during our descent. She does not want to descend. We'll pull our power all the way back. There's our gear alert. Bring our power back in just so we make that quiet. Wish there was a alert for that. It's not quite ready to drop the gear yet. So we'll bring our power back in. Got the runway off of our right nose. Gonna be landing on runway 14. Turn our landing light back on since we're in proximity to the airport. Hey, good evening, Megamass. This is the Just Flight Piper Arrow, the Turbo edition, or Turbo version of it for X-Plane 11. 3 miles out. 1 notch of flaps. And let's put our gear out. Megamass72, thank you very much for the follow. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Alright. Now with this being the second day I've actually flown this aircraft, I'm really hoping I do a much better landing than the first day. Alright. Mile out. Put the rest of our flaps down. Currently above the glide slope. Yes, the Just Flight Piper Arrow. Alright, back on the glide slope as indicated by the red over the white. And unfortunately, this is going to be the only flight for the night. It's just about bedtime. But gonna try and jump on tomorrow to do one more flight. But I will be out of town all next week, and then I'll be back the week after. And we'll regularly resume the streaming. Megamass, yes, it's definitely, this is probably my favorite Payware GA aircraft that I have. It's just the modeling is outstanding on it. It's an acceptable landing, not the best though. Negative 293. Yes, I am using Ortho Scenery. Got the there's a file that covers all of the United States on the explain.org forums, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, $42 for it, but it's
approaching runway 0523.
Thank you, Raz. It's definitely worth it though.
0523.
I would say $42 for it's definitely a very fair price for her. Alright, so we're gonna exit the runway right here. Pull up our flaps. Turn our landing light off. And our strobe lights off. To the left and the right, we have no other traffic with us. So as we come up the taxiway Bravo here, we're heading a left into the general aviation ramp. Correction, a right. Did I say left? I meant right. But yeah, so Megamass with in regards to your ortho question, I currently have Michigan done. So I'm looking at doing another state, and then I'll be doing a tour through it. So not sure what state I'm going to do yet, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love the ortho. Hey, have a great evening yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. And again, thank you for that follow. I really do appreciate it. Hey man, my pleasure. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Alright, in the real world there is a building right here, but since there's not, we'll go ahead and shut down right here, set our parking brake. Kill our engines. I always like to have everything down when I'm done with the flight. Leave our beacon on. And batteries off. There we go. One last thing that I always forget to do is complete the flight on Project Fly. Alright, so again, sorry for the short stream. Got started a little bit later than I wanted to. But I am going to leave you in good hands and send you over to a good friend and streamer. And that's going to be Cirrus Max. So I'll send you over to him. Cirrus Max is also a real world pilot, really good guy. And yeah, so anyways, if I can't jump on tomorrow, I'll definitely be on in a week. And appreciate all the follows, all the help, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. So let me take you to Cirrus Max.
Flaps 1. That 241 contact Albuquerque Center 128.45. Alright. JT Kerr's in the building. Thanks for the host there, Mocha Gotti, buddy. Appreciate it. How you doing tonight? United 391 Denver Center, climate maintain level 340. Alright, let's get the sounds popping here for the approach. United 241 Albuquerque Center, cover maintain level 230. So let's see how this PMG is going to do it here. You can see how the turn's kind of 0.5 off. Yeah. Sure, I should have probably let it a little bit